Look at that. That, my friends, right there is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. People seem to really like the show a lot. So if there are trolls and people saying, Star Wars sucks. I haven't really seen that much of it. And, I'm not too worried about what Robbie sees and what he doesn't see. I mean, he sees what he sees. And both of my kids have been raised to have very thick skins, and they're also raised to be severe ball busters. We've done everything we can as far as all the parents are concerned to prepare the kids for stuff like that. But that's not going to take away, like, none of those jerks, the idiots online, aren't going to take away from the fact that, it's a good show. I know there's something that's coming up that is something that I got to see them shoot on set. It's awesome. Not saying shit, can't say shit. I don't wanna say shit because this is, but I'm glad people seem to like it. And there's it's gonna get better. It's a really good show. It's fun. It's so much fun. And it really does harken back to what George Lucas intended in the first place. Star Wars is for kids. It was for me, I was 5 years old when A New Hope came out in theaters, so I saw Star Wars before it was called A New Hope. They didn't know it was gonna be a hit when they released it. I've seen every Star Wars thing since I was 5 years old. I'm 52 now. Have I liked everything? Has everything been my favorite? Yeah, no. I mean, there are some missteps. The middle 3 of the Skywalker saga, those were my movies growing up. Then the prequels came out, and the prequels were not really for my generation. They were for the younger generation, like the millennials. And they felt more connected to those movies than the movies that I grew up with. The same with everything that's going on with Disney Plus, the last 3 of the Skywalker saga. I mean, those all of it is made for kids. They don't really make Star Wars for adults. I mean, I guess that's what Andor was supposed to be, or what The Acolyte, I think, should have been, because that was a really smart show that I felt got unfairly maligned, mostly by, the woke jerk-offs who don't like people of color in Star Wars at all, or women for that matter. Have I been a fan, like an absolute diehard fan of everything? I can't say that I've hated anything that has been done with Star Wars attached to it. I mean, look, if you have an affinity for like the Star Wars holiday special, then a lot of the griping and the complaining that you hear is just so stupid. I will say that the thing that I caught on to immediately with when I read the scripts, this is before they even shot it. The thing that I really liked about the show was the fact that it kind of reminds people of what I was just talking about. This is for kids. You know what I mean? It so much of Star Wars like sparks your childhood wonder, and that was what you fell in love with when you were a kid and you saw these things for the first time. I really hope that at by the end of a Skeleton Crew, when all said and done, I really hope that what people take away from this is that maybe just rethink what all of this is supposed to be and what all of it is. I think that Star Wars did need an injection of something other than the Skywalkers or things connected to the Skywalkers, which I think is what Skeleton Crew absolutely is. And I think we need to see more of that because it's a large galaxy. It's an enormous galaxy, and we're seeing like the top 0.01% of that galaxy with just focusing on the Skywalkers and the Palpatines. I think Skeleton Crew really does open up the possibility of looking at other aspects of this galaxy and looking at other stories. So I'm glad that if you're enjoying it, we're enjoying you enjoy it. That's awesome.